Hello. Oh, it's raining again? So much for the gyrates I said might happen. Time to fall back. Get out of here. We're not doing this. Get out of here. We're not doing that. That's not a thing. It doesn't happen yet, does it? It's too early for that. Okay, anyway. Hello. Hi. Yes, it is 10:30. I am, late, as they would say. Normally I like to start at 10. But, that's, clearly not going to be the case today. Because it's already 10:30. But we're still going to make the most of this. Alright, I'm just stocking up on money here. Because maybe... I don't know what the price is, but she's in a good acre to start with. So, I'm just being prepared. Alright, I mean... 99 isn't, like, terrible. What's the actual price on that? 148k. Yeah, it's not bad. It'll be 5 bags on average, maybe. But yeah, okay. So, I mean, it's basically 150k. So 2 is 300k. So 4 is 600k. So 6 is 900k. So 7 is 1 mil. This acre should get me 14 probably at least. So yeah, this should be a good start. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so the base amount of money in the acre can get me 12.9, but I did grab 8 bags. Those 8 bags, that's 240k, which should be enough to get 2 more inventories, assuming there's space. This acre does have that little missing corner that's right below me, so it's possible we won't have room to fit more than 13, but we've got enough to buy 14. So I guess depending on how much money I have to use, we'll know how much I'm buying here. But yeah, it's a good start. We'll get like 2 mil. Which is good because, again, I'm late. So depending on what we get after this, I don't know. I mean, I could buy past 12 today. I didn't last week because I couldn't get Joan a good acre, and I was trying. Wish I did, because I would have got more money, but whatever. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, we could get a decrease. We could get another spike. It's hard to say what we're going to get this week. So I just got to go for it. Oh, I did a miscount on the money there. Oops. That's on me. What is he ever in this acre? What are you doing here, man? That's abnormal. Alright, we're 5 inventories in. Yahoo! I don't know what to talk about today. I could talk about Devil May Cry 3, DMC 3. I finally finished Dante Must Die mode yesterday. And I also then finished Heaven or Hell mode after that, which only took like an hour. Because you just one-shot everything. Everyone, you know, one hit. Even you. But it was pretty easy. So that's 5 playthroughs down. And I still have like 1.5. I have to play through Yellow Orb mode with Virgil. And if I do that, that'll get me 2 achievements, and then I need to get S ranks on every mission. But if I play that playthrough on easy, and I get some S ranks, then I can get, then yeah, you know, like that's, we'll see. Like I'm not gonna, we're getting there. I don't know if I want to play today though, because I'm kind of fried after playing it. My brain's just like, no, please, no more DMC, please. There's a lot of replays, you know? But yeah, that's a thing. I'm still working on my Grid Master, but I didn't do much yesterday. Between all the DMC and other things that I had going on, it just wasn't as much time. I got like 1 tile, but I'm like preparing for other tiles. You know, I have to like do the fight caves again. I've done the fight caves twice. Once legit on my main, and then once in the previous league. But that was really easy. And I have like infinite prayer potions and infinite health, so I can just do it. It'll be no problem. Also, I have like 94 health, so even if I messed up, there's a good chance I survive a hit. Maybe. My defense is really low though. My magic is near 99, so like, yeah. Anyway, if I do that, then I unlock quests, but then it would also like help me get closer to a mastery, but that one wouldn't work. I need to do the Corrupted Gauntlet, but I've never done the Gauntlet. But yeah, I haven't done the Corrupted Gauntlet, let alone like the regular one, so like, I need to do that. If I do that, I'll get combat masteries, so then if I did that, it'd be even easier to beat Jen. And then if I, you know, like, so I don't know how far I'm going in this Gridmaster thing. It's like, I don't know, I'm like mid-game on mid game. It's like late game or end game, it's like, I don't know, I'm close to it maybe. I'm not really sure. I have like pretty decent stats on my main, I think. I lost my quest cape though, I need to get that back. I'm just like not a big boss kind of guy, you know? I don't like bossing. I like skilling and questing. And like lots of these newer quests, they have hard boss. I'm like, a lot. I have a lot of mechanics to learn here. And I stress out about it. I got like murked in Dragon Slayer 2 multiple times. It was quite the time. Like just getting stomped by one shot, and I was like, bro, come on. But yeah. When you turn up big time, yes. Yes, that's exactly it. I am again late this week. I started at 10:30. I was even later. I'm just, yeah. No, I was talking about RuneScape. Don't worry about it. It's fun slang. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how commonly used it is. Wait, I think I'm at 7 inventories. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, at 20 minutes I had 5, right? Yes. This week? I don't know. We're gonna see how this week goes. Obviously, like, we've had 2 spikes in a row. So, like, the pattern could be a decrease now, or it could be another spike, or it could be, like, nothing. I'm not trying to jinx it, but we haven't seen, like, a nothing in a while. It's either been spikes or decreases since, like, August or July or something, which is kind of crazy. Also, this is our last week before the raffle. However, I'm gonna say something crazy. What if I intended to buy even when there was a raffle going on, and the raffle didn't fall on a Saturday or Sunday? Isn't that crazy? I'm joking about this, but the raffle for next week, not next week, but like the week, whatever. Okay, Mondays are the start of the week for me. I'm not playing this whole Sunday's the first day of the week thing. It's a weekend. It's not the week start. Anyway, so you know, this week, whatever. I mean, like, I'm not a religious person, but like the Sunday is the 7th day. It's the day of rest. Like, why would that be the start of the day? I don't understand. I'm just saying, like, like, come on. Like, that's a thing. That's a long established thing. But yeah, so like, I don't know. It's always a thing. You're like, yes, next week. Like, next week is technically tomorrow. Like the following week. Or you could just be like the week of the 27th. But I guess that could still cause issues. Anyway, where I'm going with this is that Halloween is a Friday. Okay, the 31st. And I've never seen a spike on a Friday. So if I was to buy turnips next Sunday, on the 26th, then if I didn't sell by the Friday, well, I'd have to, basically, if I didn't sell by Thursday, I'd probably sell, Thursday. But yeah, Saturday and Sunday, they're a pair. It's the weekend, okay? That part, yeah, anyway, that's just like, that's a hill I will die on. Oops, no, I'm already full. Okay, so I think, right, because like this, that makes 4, and then that's 5, and then that's 6, and then that's 7, 7, and this is 8 that I have, right? Pretty sure that's 8. Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. So I've never seen a spike on a Friday. So I feel like if I had a good price next weekend, I might as well just go crazy on the turnips. Chances are it won't matter, I think. That's my assumption. I think chances are there will not be a raffle on Friday. And then Friday will be a busy day. Because not only do we have the raffle, but we also have the Halloween event. So next Friday, not next Friday, sorry, I just messed myself up. Halloween, mark your calendars, I will be here. You'll probably be asleep. But I will be here. I have no idea how long the stream's gonna take. It's gonna be interesting to see. Because I'll need to run around town and find Jack like 12 times minimum. Like, it might take a long time, I don't know. I'm a little concerned. Just a little bit. But we're gonna make it work. Okay, so about 8 inventories. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. It could happen. It might happen. I guess we'll wait and see. But yeah, they definitely don't get along. That's for sure. I'm looking forward to Halloween though, just for the spooky stuff. I have no Halloween plans outside of Animal Crossing. But like, they have so many big events at the end of the year, you know? I've had to wait like a full year to get to this point, practically. Because it's been over 10 months since I started now. But I was in Japan last October, so I couldn't do this. That's why I waited. That is actually part of why I waited. I was trying to pick like a good time to start, but I was like, well, I got this trip, so I can't do it then. I'll be gone. I'll miss Halloween. I'll be instrumental to. So then I was like, oh, I'll do it when I get back. But then I got sick at the end of the trip. So then I didn't start in November because of the sickness. And then I was like, oh, I gotta start in December because then I started like doing big research to like figure out when would be best, and that's why I picked December because I knew I'd need to do Toy Day twice. Because again, you can only get 10 items on Toy Day, which is messed up if you ask me. Considering there's no way you could get everything in a single year. Even if you like use even if you abuse the save system with the resets, you just can't get more than 10 in a year. That's why I said, alright, I'll do it this way. But of course, like, all the big holidays and series are all at the end. It's October, November, December, that's it. Like, your random events throughout, but nothing, like, major in this game, at least. You know, you get, like, oh, here's your one item for this one day. Yahoo! Not that that's a problem. I like that there's all these random little items, but... I'm very sorry to hear that. October is my birthday month, which is like a good thing and a bad thing, because like birthday's just like kinda. But like, oh, let's do birthday in Japan thing. So that was kind of fun. That was what was fun. Well, it made the birthday business a little bit better. Also, because I could be like, yeah, I'm celebrating my birthday, because technically I am, even though I'm here for the whole time, whatever. Give me the birthday treatment at the Kirby Cafe. Thank you. I did like Tokyo, Osaka, just because it's the first trip. I was like, let's just stick to the basics, get this stuff figured out, and then next time branch out more. I just like, you know, get a feeling for which areas I like. I could get more specific, but like, those are the main areas. I mean, yeah, I know, it's classic, it's boring, but I did not do it the classic boring way, okay? I did it my way, which is a little different. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think how best to describe this. Basically, for me, like, sure, you know, like, lots of people go because they're like, oh, let's go see... I'm trying to, like, be as stereotypical as possible here. And like, oh, wow, let's go see the cherry blossoms. Obviously, the cherry blossoms aren't happening at that time of year. Also, I'm from Canada, so, like, when the leaves are all red and stuff, like, they have maple trees, right? And they turn red in November or something. Like, that doesn't matter to me. I see leaves like that here. Also, there's cherry blossoms here. It's fine. I'd like to see them, but whatever. Anyway, that's just a random aside. But, let's see. It was like, let's go and see, like, these places and do these things. I don't think I saw the ginkgo trees. But yes, those are pretty in yellow. Those ones I should try to see. That would make more sense. Same with, like, Fuji. That's why I did not make a big deal about Fuji. Controversial, I know. But I see enough mountains on a daily basis here. It's like, sure, Fuji's cool, but, like, I'd rather see things that I can't see. You know? I'm blessed with mountain views. I've said too much. I'm trying to think, like, what makes sense. Like in Tokyo, like, we went, like, a handful of different places. I'm just trying to think, like, what to say without... Okay, like... I like shopping. I like looking at cool things. I like arcades. I like crane games. Okay, imagine... We did get... Yeah, we got a Tokyo Kirby Cafe reservation. I think it required waking up at a ridiculous hour in order to get. But hey, we also got a Pokemon Cafe, but that one was in Osaka. But yeah, I did play Taiko. I do like Taiko. I'm not very good at Taiko. I'm not good at Taiko. I'll be honest. I love Taiko, but I am no Tatsujin. Far from it. And yes, I know that Tatsujin is like master. So yeah, no master. Not me. Very bad. Like, okay, I'm... How familiar are you with the Yakuza series? Because that... I mean, yeah, it's a fun game. I wish I was better. I just need to play it more. That's my problem. No. Like, the Yakuza games, not like the streets. I don't know about, like, the streets. Or do you mean, like, this? I don't know. Okay. They're like crime dramas, but then they also have like ridiculous side content. But basically, like, the side content's like pretty realistic to like Japan. Like, you can go to the arcades, you can play crane games, you can do like the random like arcade game, like all the side content, like mini games and stuff. It's just like so Japan coded, and it's like Japan Simulator almost, but not really, but kinda. Like, you can do like the batting cages, you can do like the golf sim things, like. So that would then karaoke, so it's like all that stuff, you know, like, okay, let's go do all this side content. That's part of like how the trip went for me. So it's like, yes, like the games helped like build my love for crane games, because like I'd play them in game. So there's a lot of that. And like there's also locations that are like, okay, so I went to Ikebukuro for like a day. I went to like the mall there and some other stuff. I wish I spent more time there. I don't think I had enough time to hang out there. Like, planning everything, like, some people are like, oh, over planning will ruin your trip. I'm like, nah, I got a plan. And I had like good plans, but it wasn't just like, here, we're doing these things. Like, it was like, we're gonna go to this area, these are the things I want to do, we're gonna look for other things. Like, we have this much time before we have to go to the next thing, so like there's extra time baked in, blah blah blah. But yeah, I did go there once. I wish I had spent more time there, so like that's another place I'd like to check out more. I did win. I did. I'm not like terrible at crane games. There is skill involved, regardless of what some people might think. I only did like karaoke once or twice. Like, we went to like one of the places once. Like, just because I was like, let me go to one of these places. It's crazy. They got like so many floors and so many rooms. It's kind of overwhelming. But then like some of like the arcades, they also have karaoke rooms. You can just go there, which I don't think are as good, but they're still good, I guess. What did I win? Oh, what did I win? A lot of random things. There were some Harvest Moon cows, like plushies, Harvest Moon cow plushies. I got 2 of those. That was pretty cool. Yeah, obviously, hey, Animal Crossing streamer loves Harvest Moon. Biggest shock in the world, am I right? I saw the cow and I freaked out. I was like, my son, I must rescue you. So I got 2 of the cows. I was trying to get another cow, but I couldn't get it. He was avoiding me. I also tried to get like a horse. I love the Harvest Moon cows. They're like my favorite video game cow. There's specifically like there's like a certain point, because like they've changed the design a little bit, but there's like one when I'm just like, this is peak video game cow, and you can't tell me otherwise. Also, they didn't have chickens. I was like arcade maxing. I'm not even joking. Like, I went to a lot of arcades. A lot of arcades. I would like shop around too. Like, I'd see like, I like to stick to the 100 yen machines. The 200 yen machines are no-go. So sometimes I'd see prizes in one arcade at 200 yen, but then I'd go to a different arcade and they'd be at 100 and be like, oh, we're going for it. I think the cow was one of them. I think like that first time I saw the cow, it was 200, and I was like, oh, come on, 200? Nah. I had an audience at one point, but I choked. It was not good. And I even asked for like help to get it stuck. And then I had to just walk away and give up after I let everyone down. Worst moment of my life. That's why like I played Yakuza, and it's like I learned enough of it. Like, I know the strats kinda. And like I watch videos just for fun. I enjoy it, they're fun. For me, they're a lot of fun. It's also torturous. But like the kind of part of the fun. But yeah, like I can't remember. I got a couple figures. I got like, I don't know. I was being very mindful of suitcase space, so I didn't want to just like win anything. And like some of them are just so big, and I know like there's like in the arcades they even have like the air sucking machine thing. The vacuum sealer. Yeah, sorry, I was like, what am I even? What's the word? There's a word for this. There's a couple arcades where they just had them in there. Yeah, that thing. I didn't use that. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that, but maybe that could help. I did. Yes, I brought a suitcase, and in that suitcase, I had another suitcase. And for most of the trip, I had them together, and I was just packing the one suitcase. But then towards the end, I had to take the other one out. That was when I was like, I can't do this anymore, and I might have employed the use of a taxi or two. Kind of expensive, but I was not having it. Also, I was getting sick at that point. And I was like, I am not lugging around 2 suitcases. Especially, I was in Shinjuku at that point, and I'm sure you're aware of Shinjuku Station. I was like, I'm not doing that again. Oh man, see that was the thing. Like, yeah, Shinjuku Station was a pain because I had all these suitcases, and I'm like, I don't want to go down the stairs. So like, I don't know if that's the way. I think that might be the way, but I have to go downstairs to confirm if that's the way. And the elevators are confusing. I don't know if that elevator goes to the same place, so it's like a... Yeah, I definitely got stuck there for a little bit, but found the way out eventually. And yeah, I did not send any boxes home. I kind of wish I did, but I don't know. I'm very picky when it comes to buying merch and spending my money. Yeah, I've heard of the suitcase careers. I just didn't want. I was like, I don't even know if it's worth it. Yeah, that's okay. That's also fair. If you're there for 2 years, that makes sense. I guess like I don't think. I think it's still like a decent amount of like money to have a suitcase delivered somewhere, right? So like getting a taxi, if you're like sharing it, it might work out to be fine. And like there's extra convenience in that too. I don't know. I only did a couple taxis. And I think it was fine. And because I took a taxi, I got to go on the highway. But yeah, I guess it's not. I think it made sense for what I did. But yes, I did get to go on the Japanese highway in the taxi, which is, I don't know, it's significant for some reason. I don't know, the highways are different. They're all like above everything and like all tolled, which is not something I'm familiar with, so it's a little different. But yeah, I wish I bought more and I sent more back. And like every day I'm like, I'll be just like, I'll scroll and like find something, and I'll be like, oh, I wish I had that. Why isn't that there? I'll see all these Ichiban Kuji lotteries, and I'll be like, why wasn't that there when I was there? Why? It's a lot of that. Or I'll see like cool merch things, or like I'll be like, no, I want that. Like, it's a lot of that. But like when I was there, it's like I saw some stuff that I got obviously, but like I wish I got more. There's just a lot of cool stuff there. Like going to like I'm gonna stop myself real quick. Anyway, yes, driving kind of scary. I was considering getting an international permit, but I did not. Maybe in the future, but I don't know. I don't know. Like in the city, it might be a little weird because I'm not gonna know where I'm going. It's gonna be like weird. But I guess if it was like more in the countryside, it would probably not be as scary. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, okay, that's fair. very fair. I have like enough money, you know, like I'm not doing badly, but like I'm just very picky. I'm like, nah, I don't need this, or like, what am I gonna do with it? Where would I put that? Like when I buy things, I need to like have a place that I'm gonna put it, or something I'm gonna do with it. Otherwise, I'm like, nah, I'm not buying it. I'm just so picky. I don't know. That's my problem. Like I wish I found more Animal Crossing stuff. Like I went to the Nintendo stores and they had like a cool amount of Animal Crossing stuff, but it's a lot of like homeware, and it's like I already have homeware. Like I'm just gonna replace my homeware with Animal Crossing homeware. Doesn't make much sense. That was my problem. Is my bag actually full? It is. Okay, so that should be 14 inventories. It's 51 minutes in. Yeah, I did get the I got like the what do you want to call it? Like the turquoisey New Horizons Nook Inc. shirt. That one. I got that. That was cool. That was peak. And then I wore that to the Nintendo Museum like a total Chad. And then I had like the staff there be like, you know, like, oh, I love Animal Crossing, or they might have said, I think they probably said deletes in the morning, or I said it, or they like, nice, I can't remember how the interaction went, but it did get comments. I was in like a book off, and like some like middle-aged man at some point, he just walked past me and he like said nice shirt or something. I was just like so surprised. I was like, wait, what? That was a fun time. Yes, speaking of book offs, I went to a lot of book offs. Did a lot of that. I was big on just like merch shopping and arcades and like the book offs to find like cool stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff you can find in those book offs. It's kind of crazy. Like, for me, like, I wouldn't equate them to thrift stores, but like secondhand stores and thrift stores are, I guess, are like in the same similar category, right? And like the thrift stores around me don't have cool stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of cool stuff. Like I remember I was in one and I just found like random Ichiban Kuji Animal Crossing things. I was like, oh, that's sick. Okay, I think this is the modern cabinet that got buried. Nice. Good. I also got a lot of Pikmin merch from the Nintendo store. Because I love Pikmin. I have a lot of the Pikmin now. I bought a ball board here, thankfully, because they're so big. Compared to everything else, I didn't have to take that home, but yeah, I got all the Pikmin. Yeah, I like interactions like that. That's fun. Okay, so I don't play Pikmin Bloom. I am a okay, why is she here? You know what? We're just gonna make this work. I have. Yeah, we can. Yeah. This is enough. We'll just do this. We can like buy 6 here. This will work. So I think I bought 14, and this will be 6. Anyway, yeah, I played Pokemon Go back in whatever 2016 when it came out, and that fad died by the end of the year for me. And it's part of why I never got into Pikmin Bloom, because I don't walk places that much, and it's just like on one hand, I want to play Pikmin Bloom, because, like, it's Pikmin. I love Pikmin. But on the other hand, it's like, I'm not... I don't know. Like, the months leading up to the trip, I was doing so much, like, research and trying to, like, plan everything out. I didn't, like, look into Pikmin Bloom to be like, is there exclusive things I can only get in Japan while playing Pikmin Bloom? If there were, then maybe I would have installed it, opened it, like in the Nintendo Museum, to be like, look, I got this exclusive thing. And then maybe I would have done something with that after. Who knows? I don't know if that's a thing. I know in Pokemon Go, there's like region exclusive things, and like you gotta travel around if you want to get all this stuff. Or I don't know, crazy stuff. But yeah, big Pikmin fan. Like yeah, I obviously the guy that loves Animal Crossing, huge Nintendo fan, to a fault, one might say. So yeah, like the trip was like, I don't know, for me, like there's a lot of like Japanese stuff in Nintendo games that you don't realize is Japanese when you're playing them as a kid. So like when you like get into the culture later and you see all this stuff, you're like, ah, this is where it all started. I don't know how to elaborate on that more. It's kind of... Ah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I know like there's the different App Store versions, and that's a bit of a pain. Because I remember I was trying to like do some stuff, and it's like, nah, you can't do this. I was like, okay. But yeah, I mean, so there's a lot of that. Like, yeah, in Tokyo, we did like, did Ikebukuro, Shinjuku, more specifically Kabukicho, because that's Yakuza based. So in Yakuza, there's a place called Kamurocho, which is based on Kabukicho, and it's like, I wouldn't say it's one-to-one, but it's like very, very similar. Like they have like specific landmarks in it. Like there's that red gate on like the south end of it, and that's in game. That's like iconic, you know. So that was cool. So there's a lot of that stuff. Just like go and see things in person from the game. And like I'm gonna. Okay, I will comment on the cicadas. Like, yeah, that's hilarious. Because, like, yeah, you know, growing up, you see these cicadas, and you're like, wow, these noisy little bugs, they're so cool, and you don't realize they're real. And then, like, if you watch anime, you just hear cicadas, and you're like, oh, this is just a Japan thing, eh? I have not experienced it. I wish I could experience it, but, like, they're out mostly in the summer, and I'm not a summer person. And summer in Japan would, like, melt me, so... The saving grace for me would be like the cicadas, like their sounds would help. And yeah, it did. Like honestly, I kind of felt like I could navigate it just based off of the games, which sounds crazy, but if you've played the games, you've been there, it makes sense. Because like you know, it's like street. Like it's not one-to-one, but there's a lot that's very similar. If you look at the map, like you kind of have it. Also, like I had heard things about like Golden Guy. And it took me the longest time to like actually realize that Golden Guy is... It's like the little bar district in Kabukicho. And I didn't realize it's in the Yakuza games. But it's like a different name, obviously. But like you'd hear about it. And I was like, oh, wait, that's that place? Oh, that's cool. But I didn't realize that. I was like, wow, I did not put that together. Yeah, I don't know about Hokkaido. It might have some, it might not. I guess, like, it's interesting. Gotta go on, like, a cicada journey. Find the best place for them. But like, yeah, I guess the trip was like a mix of like, okay, do some of the basic touristy stuff, go to the areas that like I know from like the games. Like in Osaka, they have Obviously, there's Sultan Booty, but then in the game, there's Sultan Booty. So, like, it's just like, you know, it's... I mean, I guess, like, if you... in real life, it's a pretty small area. Unfortunately, it was so packed. I did not enjoy it as much as I wanted to, because it was just crowded. Like, the vibes were kind of there, but it was also just crowded. But yeah, it's like, do touristy things, go to places that I've seen in the games, go to, like, big merch stores that I can't get to here, try to, like, do retro shopping through, like, book offs and stuff. Like, I was able to pick up Dobutsu no Mori Plus. No. Yes, Plus. Sorry. I was able to find Dobutsu no Mori Plus. I found E Plus, but I didn't realize what it was. I was so confused. Okay, I did not... There's a lot of things I did not do research on. Oh, that's sad. I was like, oh, this is a fun little story, and then I get to the bot. Okay, so I unfortunately did not go to Harajuku. Now obviously, I guess like Harajuku's like, shoot, I just bought 10 turnips. It's so over. It's obviously more for girls, right? But like, I like cute things. So like, I'm sure I would have seen things that I would have liked there, but I think it's like more targeted towards girls. But yeah, I'd like to go there just to check it out. But yeah, I didn't get there. I wish I had more time in Tokyo. There's just so much to do there. And like, I could spend a day like just arcade chasing, legit. So like, I did go to Akiba, obviously. So you know, a lot of time just looking there and like checking out the arcades. I will look it up after for sure. I want to complain about GameCube cases in Japan. And the GameCube is like, you went twice and you're confused? Okay, that's fair. I mean, there's just a lot of arcades and there's a lot of like stores, right? GameCube game cases, yes, that's what I want to complain about. So, for me, they're like normal cases, you know? But in Japan, they're tiny. And like, they don't even, like, they're just plastic cases that have a cardboard sleeve that slides over top of it. And then you could sometimes, I guess, see the manual through the plastic case, so it looks like it's a different thing. Like, I remember I saw, like, this weird E Plus logo on one game, and I was like, oh, is this E Plus? And I was like, but it doesn't have the right, like, cover. I don't want to buy that one because it doesn't have the right cover. Does that just mean it was missing the sleeve? Or did I just, like, mix up the cover for the, like, It confused me. I was not prepared. Did not research that. Yeah, like, and even now, like, I don't know for sure, but like the one I bought, Dobutsu no Mori Plus, it's got like the orange case, and you can see KK, and it says Dobutsu no Mori Plus on it, whatever. And I think Captain's in a boat or something, and that's like the sleeve. I didn't realize. And like there was one that just like it looked stupid, and I thought like I'd looked up the different versions to know what I was looking for, and I got the wrong image in my head, and maybe I found one without the sleeve, or maybe that with the sleeve, and the other thing was inside, and that looked cooler. But that it was confusing. So I only own Plus. I wanted to get all of them. I think I found Dobutsu no Mori on the N64 in one store, but it was like $80. Canadian at least. And I was like, ooh, that's a little pricey. Ooh. But like I guess it's rare. Based on my experience in finding it. Also, the one other thing I want to complain about is I was trying to buy like the original Yakuza games on like PS2, the Japanese versions, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to a book off and I'll just search the wall and find them. And I went, oh wait a second, I don't know how this is organized. Even to this day, I still don't know how those game walls are organized. They have like the characters, and they have like the sections. Now I can like pronounce characters, but reading characters is not something I'm good at right now. So I basically just look for ku, because the Yakuza games are Ryoga Gotoku. So I just look for games that ended in ku. That sounds cool. I'm not like a stationary person, but I appreciate stationary. Like I'm like, oh, that's cool. I really like that. I'm never gonna use it. So it's like I respect it. I love it, but it's just not for me. But yeah, I was like, I did not know how to search through those games, and I need to figure that out next time I get there so I can do better. Because legit, I'd be just like searching for anything that ended in ku and then had a number. I was like, is this it? And it would be like a baseball game, like 9 times out of 10. I was like, why am I getting this baseball game over and over again? That's funny. You're known. I mean, honestly, it's like superior to all other stationery. I definitely looked around at a lot of it. Like, they have so many pens. Like, you go to like a stationery store and they're like, here's every pen you could ever imagine. It's like, oh, it's like, here, you can make your own pen, pick your own pen colors. I'm like, okay. I mean, for people that love stationery writing, it's like, it's sick. It's pretty darn cool. I just like, looking at it and be like, oh, that's cute, that's fun. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of like, wow, look at how cool these things are. What else? What else did I do? I did like, theme parks. I went to USJ so I could go to like Nintendo World or Nintendo Land or whatever you want to call it. The accessory pouches for Animal Crossing, and the 2DS fits in there. Wow, okay, it's like it's like it was made for it. So you get 3 pieces of jewelry and your DS. Okay, that's pretty cool. What are the jewelry pieces? And okay, this is another thing I'm gonna complain about. So before this trip was booked, also like I think I made an oopsie. I have to just say this real quick. This acre does not have 30 bags, I don't think. I bought 5 inventories here. 5 times 150. That should be 750. There should be 900k here. Like, that's 1 inventory, that's 2 inventories. Like, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. There's not enough money to buy another one. Actually, wait. No, there isn't. Unless... Is that money? No, it's a peach. There's only like 1 bag there, so I can't make it work. That's just not happening. Okay. So before this trip was booked, they were like, hey, we're opening Donkey Kong Country in USJ. It's happening late 2024. And I was like, oh boy, I love Donkey Kong. I can't wait to go to the Donkey Kong part of the park. And then they're like, and they didn't say anything. And they're like, it's assumed that there will be delays to the opening of the Donkey Kong park. And I went, no. And then they opened in December of 2024. I went, guys, are you kidding me? I was there a month ago, 2 months ago, whatever. I'm a Donkey Kong fan. Why didn't you give me Donkey Kong? Obviously, sure, I understand. I was just annoyed because I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see Donkey Kong. And then every day I'd be so hopeful, like, okay, today's the day they're gonna tell me it's gonna open soon. And like even the week before, I'm like, there's still time. There's still time. Ah, okay. It's okay. I'm fine. Next time I'll go. I really enjoyed like the Nintendo Land part. I'm not a big Universal Studios person. I've been to Universal Studios as like a kid, or maybe a teenager, like in California. I've been there. And it's like fine. It's alright. It's nothing great, honestly. And yeah, it would have been overcrowded, but I don't care. I would have seen Donkey Kong and all of that would have melted away. And then I would have got a picture with Donkey Kong and it would have been amazing. And then I would have got a souvenir Donkey Kong barrel mug and it would have been amazing. I'm easy to please sometimes. In very specific niche situations. Like when Donkey Kong's there. So yeah, I would have got a DK bracelet. That was me answering your question. So I got a Peach bracelet instead. It was Peach or Toad. That's what I was tossing up. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna represent Peach. I made it to like the top, oh not the top, but I made it to like top 50 on the leaderboards one day. So I was repping the team, okay? I was doing my part. I was really good at the Mario Kart thing, believe it or not. I think that's been mentioned. Yeah, like similar to like a different park that they have, and it's just like very chill and it's quiet and far away and it's just vibes. And it could be adjacent to a Pikmin park because the vibes would match. And I would love to see that. That'd be super cool. Yeah, similar to Moomin. Yes. Okay, yeah, that rings a bell. Let's just get an actual forest and let's get people dressed up in giant costumes of all the popular characters. It'll be amazing. And you can also spot Pikmin, or they'll be in an adjacent park in the other forest. I think it's still too niche. It's not, but it's still too niche. But it's not, but it's still too niche, you know? I like to think that Animal Crossing is niche, but it's not niche anymore. I mean, I don't know. Even if with like New Leaf, it sold like what 13 million copies. Is that niche? I don't know. I don't know. But then New Horizons sold like 60 million copies, and it was the second best selling game on the Switch. But realistically, it's the best selling game on the Switch. Because everyone knows Mario Kart does not count. But yes, that would be super cool if you could just like go in their houses and hang out with them and just vibes. Just vibes. Honestly. That'd be really nice. Just quiet countryside forest. I wish. I wish. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Aren't they working on like essentially a Pokemon equivalent of that right now? I usually just like skip through the Pokemon Directs because like they're kind of boring and they don't show much of anything worth watching, and I'm not really a I like Pokemon, but I don't like Pokemon. Pokemon holds a special place in my heart when it's Gen 4 and below, but all the new stuff is just like, eh. So like I did go to a lot of Pokemon centers, just as an aside, but like that's because I was just, you know, like let me respect the Pokemon. But yeah, like Pokemon for me nowadays, it's like eh. But I think they're making some sort of Pokemon park in Japan. I think they announced that in one of their recent directs. So maybe if that did well enough, it would be like, it would show them. Nintendo would be like, hey, wait a minute, this park business is kinda good. And I think Nintendo's philosophy that's been quoted is that they don't like develop games for IPs. They develop games and then they match it to an IP. So like if they saw Pokemon do this park and it do well, they'd be like, what IP could we use to have a park? And then go, oh, I know, Animal Crossing, hopefully. Hopefully they'd say that. I think it's big enough now that they could consider it, you know? Like, if you look at, like, the Nintendo Store logo, you see what? Like, Link and Mario, and yeah, okay, there we go. You're saying exactly what I was trying to say. Yeah, Mario, Zelda, Splatoon, Animal Crossing, and Pikmin. So, like, Pikmin and Animal Crossing have made it. And maybe that's because Miyamoto just loves Pikmin. Also, I could care less about Splatoon. I'm sorry. I've never played it. I've never played it. Don't hate. I'm just... Okay. We are so back. Okay, look at this. Joan is in a good acre, and it's 11:47. So I bought in this acre already. This is actually like perfect. I'm shocked. So I bought 5 here at the police station. Obviously not ideal. Those can get moved. But I bought 14 here. And if I can buy another 14 here, then we're looking at like 34, 35. And if I just go to my calculator real quick. That's like, I think we're hitting 5 mil this week. Which might make up for last week. And that means I'll be going for an extra like half hour over noon probably. So that's lucky for you. Okay. But yeah, like Zelda would be cool. I'd like to see a Zelda park. Obviously, like the Mario thing. Mario's fine. I like Mario, but it's not like, you know, like Nintendo Land, like Super Mario Land, whatever it's called. And I don't remember what it's called. It was fun. Okay, I like that. But like, that's because I could see Toad. And Toad was there, and Toad's cool. I love little mascot Toad. He's a fun little dude. He's also like so short, but like he's so like it's funny. The proportions are just funny. But like yeah, Mario's like just kind of basic. But like if we had like a Zelda thing, that would be cool. And I know that like people are like speculating because like they did what's it called in Florida? Epic Universe. And in Epic Universe they have a Mario Land and Donkey Kong Country. But they also have like the stores, and the stores have like Zelda art in them. So like you can see Zelda stuff there, which makes it seem like, hey, are they doing Zelda stuff or are they just throwing Nintendo stuff in here? I mean, yeah, it's Breath of the Wild thrill ride. I feel like a Tears of the Kingdom, and I know that's like semantics because they're like partnered games essentially, but like the Tears of the Kingdom ride would make more sense because that's more about like building your own things and stuff, and you could like build vehicles to like ride in those, so you could have stuff like that. Like that could make sense. I think we just gotta wait for them to do more. Okay, yeah, Poke Park Kanto. So like, I don't know. That could be kind of cool. Like, I don't, like again, Pokemon games for me now don't really do it. I like the older ones, but like I would go to a Poke Park. I think that would be kind of fun. I mean, I did go to the Pokemon Cafe, and I'd rather like, if I did that, I would do the Pokemon Park. It's just one of those things. Honestly, I didn't like Osaka as much as I liked Tokyo. Tokyo is more my vibe, I think. Don't get me started on the aquarium collabs, okay? I'm still salty about that to this day. Now again, I'm in Canada, and I've seen there are some in the States. But obviously, there's a little bit of a situation going on between Canada and the States that I will not be addressing. But I have not been to the States in a very long time, and I have no plans to go to the States at this point. I can't even remember the last time I was there. It's probably like 10 years ago, honestly. It was probably... Yeah. Anyway. So, like, I've seen lots of places that have had this Nintendo aquarium crossover. And it's not come to my city. I'll tell you that. Because trust me, if it did, I would have gone. And I know, like, they had it in Japan, too. But, like, I don't think they had it on while I was there. So, I'm hoping someday I can go. I really hope one day I can make it work and find it. Because, like, also, I want to take a picture with, like, Tom Nook or Isabelle. Also, if there's, like, a Blathers costume, is there a Blathers mascot? Can I please take a picture with Blathers? That's what I really want. Tom Nook and Isabelle, that would also be cool, but, like, I need a picture with Blathers. He's my boy. But yes, my love for aquariums stems from Animal Crossing. So, like, yeah. Like, I went to one aquarium in Japan so I could see the spider crabs. I'm not even joking. That was, like, the main reason I wanted to go to the aquarium. It's the one in Osaka. It's like, I can't remember. Aquarium Kaiken? Something like that. They have, like, spider crabs, and I was like, I must see the spider crabs. I must see them. Pikmin, they had an event near a highway in southern Japan. Take a highway exit and explore an area and view with... Man, see, that sounds cool, too. I want to do that. Give me more Pikmin. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like... I don't know if anywhere in Canada has even had the aquarium thing. I wish. Yeah, like, let's just get, like, you know what, maybe in, like, 3 years, we'll have, like, a little forest park for the two of them. And, you know what, yeah, you mentioned Zelda. We could have, like, Koroks hidden there, too. There's that Pikmin hanging out. Animal Crossing, you could have a couple little Koroks. You could, like, lift up rocks to find them. That's the dream. That is the dream. Yeah. Man, I hope so, honestly. I'd have a lot of fun with that. Ah, okay. I mean, hey, I will take a cardboard cutout and cool things if there's cool things. So, I don't know. I do want to see Animal Crossing mascots. That would be that's a list item. One day. One day I'll make it happen. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't like Osaka as much as Tokyo. Just because, like, there wasn't as much to do. That's what I'm gonna claim. Like, I only went to, like, a 1 or 2 batting cages in Tokyo to begin with. And, like, there weren't as many around in Osaka. And I was like, man, where I was in Tokyo, there's, like, a lot more and it was easier to get to them. Like, that kind of thing. And, like, arcades. There's just way more arcades in Tokyo compared to Osaka. So, I just would rather, like, do stuff. I guess Osaka's maybe more laid back. But it's not like it's a bad place. It's just not my speed as much. But there's still cool stuff there. I climbed a mountain there. Not really. There's like the world's smallest mountain or whatever. It's near the aquarium, I think. It's literally like it's not even a hill. It's very funny. Yeah, I can imagine like that would be pretty overwhelming. I wouldn't even know where to start. Am I a busy city person? Far from it. Honestly. Which would not make sense if I'm saying I like Tokyo. That's totally fair. I think like I would appreciate that too. I guess like yeah, I don't know, it's weird. Like for me, where I am, I would not say things are like particularly walkable. And then you get to like Japan. Like for, I mean, okay, so yeah, okay. So I did do like a couple days in Kyoto. Obviously, because the Nintendo Museum is in Kyoto. Can't remember where exactly it is. It's like Uchi? Uchi? Maybe it's Uchi? YouTube recommended you enough North American non-walkability videos? Exactly. I have to drive if I want to go anywhere. I could take buses, but that, like, it's ridiculous. Like, for me, it's like, oh, you could drive here in half an hour. If you want to take a bus, hour and a half. It's like, oh, okay. Do we have roundabouts? No, not really. We do have some roundabouts, but not, like, big ones. Like, we do have a couple roundabouts on, like, small side streets sometimes, usually. But, like, I'm familiar with the roundabouts in other countries where it's, like, there are, like, 2 or 3 lanes and 5 exits and sometimes lights. Yeah, none of that. No, we have, like... I mean, if you go further away from where I am, like, further away from the city, sure, there's roundabouts. I think that's me. I don't know. The other provinces might have more. But yeah, long time. And like, yeah, there's like Den Town in Osaka. That's like got like retro games and like stuff. That's like kind of one little area. Those are, yeah, multi-lane's kind of like, ooh, I don't know about this. Kyoto was just very busy, honestly. And like, I think Kyoto's got it like the worst kind of. Like, over tourism is a very big problem for Japan right now, right? And I do think Kyoto's like one of the hot spots for it. Also because it's like small and it's not really like built for that many people, dare I say. Like, there's a train there, but the train's not as consistent and easy to use to get around compared to Tokyo. Like, you gotta use like buses more or stuff. Like, yeah, Kyoto was like fine. Like, it was cool seeing the temples and that stuff. But like, there wasn't as much. I don't know. I didn't do like a lot of shopping there. It's more just like look at like this cool stuff. Look at nature. Look at temples. Look and yeah, Tokyo is obviously way bigger. And like it's easier to get around and like so it's easier to spread around. But then like if you have that same number of people in Kyoto, it's like, hey, there's that one really big street. They're all gonna be there. And yeah, it's like there's less stuff. It's like, hey, if you go to the west, you have Arashi. I can't remember the exact name. The bamboo forest. My apologies for forgetting it. Arashiyami? No, it's close to that. I don't remember the name. I could say it if I swear I could say it if I saw the name. I swear. Arashiyama? Maybe that's it. Now I need to know. I need to look this up. I'm driving myself crazy here. Arashiyama, please be right. Yes, I've done it. I've remembered the name of the spot. It's like the big bamboo forest in the west part of Kyoto. And then like there's a couple shrines like there, but then most of the shrines are like on the east side, I think. So I went to like a couple of those. Yes, the Instagrammable bamboo forest, of course. Also next to the monkey forest, if you want to see the monkeys. I went there briefly. It was very busy. And I got to hear the monkeys. I took all these pictures and I did not even post them. That's just how I am. They're for me, or to show to people. I'm not just gonna post them. Anyway, where was I going with this? Yeah, Kyoto was just like, it was busy, it was fine. It's not like high on my priority list of places to go back to, that's for sure. I did like Nara, but we did just like a half a day trip there. See the temple, see the deer. It was cool, it was fine. Yeah, that's totally fair. I know, like, there's so many, like, obviously there's a lot of people that are going to Japan right now, and then all the, like the influencers are kind of a problem. Some of them are a problem, like, with the way they post. And, like, everyone has this, like, fantasy idea of what Japan is. And, like, I know. Okay, I know what Japan is. I know it's not just a utopia, okay? There's a lot of cool things in Japan, and there's a lot of things that I love Japan for. I recognize there's problems in Japan. Like, Would I want to live in Japan? Maybe. Would I want to work in Japan? I don't think so. I have enough problem with work here. The work culture there is... I don't think so. If I could work a remote job for another country in Japan... Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know like a lot of people say Japan's lonely, but I kind of like to stick to myself anyway. So like, I don't think that would like bother me as much. But I don't know. There's a lot of cool things. So like, but yeah, I get it. Like, there's a lot to do. There's a lot going on. I'm not sure exactly what your living situation was when you were there, but I'm sure it could be a lot. But yeah, all the influencers are like, oh my god, this in Japan, so But yeah, for me, it's like, I'm not like in a city where I am. I'm like outside the major city, as is. So like, I'm a small town person. So like, big cities aren't really my thing. But Tokyo is just different, because I guess there's like enough cool things for me to be like, I don't care that I'm in the city. Everything's close. I don't know, I think there's just like so many convenient things. Like, oh, I can just like easily find food to eat, like, I can walk or train, like, and there's lots of cool things. Heavy workplace bullying, yeah, I can imagine that would be a thing. I've heard some stuff about that. The walls of cardboard, I don't know about the walls of cardboard. Could you elaborate? Are we talking like thin walls, or are we talking like actual cardboard? Heat, definitely I could see being a problem. Humidity and mold, that's definitely a problem, yeah. I mean, yeah, the kombinis are kind of great. I would like buy a lot of like melon pan. I love melon pan to a fault. Melon pan's so good. Did I try melon Fanta? No, I didn't. I don't think. I love melon pan though. It's so good. I don't think I don't know. I tried like some drinks. I tried a lot of like the lemon drinks. I was big on lemon drinks. I like destroyed my mouth because I had so many lemon drinks actually. It was a mistake. I think I gave myself like a mouth ulcer essentially. Because I drank so much citrus. Would not recommend doing that. 7-Eleven Yuzu Lemonade. That does not sound familiar. I wish I was aware of it. I was more of a Family Mart guy, to be honest. I don't know. That just seemed to be the one I naturally gravitated towards. 7-Eleven's fine. Lawson's like, yeah, I guess it's fine. I don't know. Family Mart just seemed to be the go-to for me. You know, like, I don't know. Everyone like has one convenience store that they like just gravitate towards, right? Famima? Okay, wait a second. Which one's that? Is that like a smaller chain or no? Is it only in like certain areas? I'm not familiar with it. I know there's like, if I were to like name the big three convenience stores, oh, it's short for Family Mart. I'm sorry. I'm unaware. Famima. Okay, cool. I get it. I know that like they have Famichiki, right? Like they shorten it that way. So I guess I could have maybe guessed that from Fami, but yeah, Family Mart's, it's cool. I don't think I saw any Animal Crossing stuff when I was there, but I did have fun looking at this stuff and getting melon pan. I had so much melon pan, it's not even funny. Like, I had melon pan like every other day probably, on average. Yeah, I didn't do 7-Eleven. I went a couple times, but I guess like I didn't see the lemonade. It's kind of overwhelming, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff. No, don't tell me that. No, stop. Stop. Do not. Stop. You can't. Don't tell me this. Don't. I think I remember seeing something Pikmin somewhere, but I didn't get it. Or it was like out of stock. I don't know. That seems vaguely familiar. You were there. Don't tell me that. Because that's either me getting missing it, or like, oh, they had a fruit sandwich. Okay, well maybe I didn't pay attention to the fruit sandwich. I didn't have any of the sandwiches. Yes, controversial. I did not have the Ichigo Sando. Crazy, I know. I had like onigiri from Family Mart, if anything. In the morning usually, and then I get snacks at night. I also love that they had just like waffles. They like packaged little waffles at Family Mart. Those are pretty good too. I love carbs, by the way. Multi-fruit sandwich is better anyway? Okay. I'm not like a big strawberry guy. I'm not like a big cream guy either. Carbs? No, carbs. Sorry. Like bread. We love bread. Yeah, I don't think I've had carp. I'm not like big on fish. I eat some fish. I'm trying to be better about eating fish. But just like, it's not. I did not have like a lot of fish in Japan, which is like maybe crazy. I know, sorry, but I did like, I don't know, I did things my way. You know, people would be like, oh, you went to Japan, you went to like the shrines, you went to like to see the deer in Nara, you went to have sushi, you went to do it. Like, no, I'm like, I'm here for the crane. I'm here so I can buy weird obscure merch for these fandoms. I mean, that's one way to do it, right? I'm like okay with fish sometimes. I like, for me, like when I have onigiri and if it's like a fish one, like the fish is fine. It's like the seaweed sometimes that's too much. Like I'd rather eat fish than seaweed. I don't know, the seaweed's like a little, sometimes it's a bit much. I think it depends. I know there's different types of seaweed and I think that's part of it, but yeah. Oh, did I not drop enough yet? Tisk tisk. Did I just drop money? Oh, no, I don't know. I don't. What am I doing? Somebody stop me. That's it? That's funny. It's very limited. Very, very limited. Did I try plum onigiri? I don't know. I might not have. I can't even remember which ones I had. I had a mushroom one on one of the trains, on the Shinkansen, I believe. I think I got 2 onigiris at one of the things. One was, I think, maybe tuna, and one was mushroom one. I might have got salmon one. I think it may be like that. I didn't, yeah, I don't think I know they have what, you know, yeah, I don't think I had a plum one. Maybe I'll put that on my list, assuming that's like a, not, like, is it a seasonal thing? Maybe, maybe not, probably not. I know how they have their seasonal items there. Oh, no, 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 no. You can't trick me. You can't trick me with natto. Okay, I will consider trying plum onigiri. I'm not doing natto. No. The texture for me is like a big problem sometimes, and I think the texture on natto is just not it. I've seen it. It's I think it's one of those things you need to like grow up eating. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know. I know. I was gonna say it's like Vegemite or Marmite, and Vegemite's also disgusting. I've tried that. I don't get it. Disgusting. It's one of those things that's like disgusting to anyone who didn't grow up eating it. It's great. How could anyone go wrong with that? Another inventory down. Yeah, the raw egg thing, I'm still a little about that, but I don't think it's like, it's just like a weird thing. But I don't think it's like bad. I think I had like egg like that in 1 or 2 restaurants, maybe? Not a lot of them. I kind of just let it sit, because like, if food's hot, if I let the egg sit, it'll cook itself on the other hot food, and there'll be no worries. I think that's what I told myself. But hey, that's like part of the traditional breakfast, right? Not traditional, but like the usual, the standard rice, egg, fish. Not that you like fish, but yeah, they're not very breakfast focused, which is strange to me as a breakfast enjoyer. Oh, I guess that is the other thing. Like, eggs in Japan are just like 2 different quality, right? Forgot about that. Breakfast? Yeah, I like breakfast. Who doesn't like breakfast? I don't know. I don't eat big breakfasts usually, to be honest, actually. Usually I have like a bagel or something. Or maybe like Eggos. Carbs. Okay? I start my day with carbs. Sometimes. Depends on what I'm doing. Eggos are frozen waffles. They're like specifically like toaster waffles. But yeah, like that's like the one thing in Japan. You're like, oh, you want to eat food in the morning? You want to eat food in the morning? We don't do that here. Obviously they do, but they don't, right? I guess like you eat at home, or like, well, they'd have some. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like the breakfast stuff usually opens like later, right? There's a couple places that I went to that I enjoyed going to, but like I feel like a lot of the time places open at like 10 o'clock or something. And like here, breakfast places are like open like 6 in the morning or 5 or something, you know? Like, it's possible I just didn't find the right places. But in my experience, there's a lot of places opened later. Yeah, it's more like a, it's not like an equivalent. They don't have like an equivalent as much. Like I think, what's the place? Dautour. I went there. I went to Dautour a couple times, and they had like a French thing there, and it was like a croque monsieur, whatever. Sorry, my French is a little rusty. A croque monsieur, whatever. It's just like bread and ham and cheese. I was like, that's pretty good. I enjoyed that. That was fun. But I just don't think there's like as much options maybe as I'd expect. It required a little bit more planning out. I was like, okay, where can I go to eat? And yeah, I guess like some of the hotels we did book food, but like the food's kind of weird. Kind of weird. I just mean like the buffet offerings. I'm not like a buffet person usually, and like usually like my experience with the buffet would be like more targeted. But when you go to like a breakfast or like dinner buffet in the hotels that I went to in Japan, it was just like a mix of everything. They're like, here's like some fish, here's some chicken fingers, here's some fries. I did not go to the, well, I don't think I went to business hotels. I'm trying to think which ones I had the buffet at. One of them was the, like the Disney hotel. And then the other one was a hotel. I don't think that one was a business hotel. That was in Tokyo. That one was like and that one was at the end of the trip, and I was sick. It was pricey, yes, and I also was sick, so that was a fun time. That was like, I am enjoying this, and I am going to get my money's worth. I spent a lot of money to be here. It was quite the time, let me tell you that. The food there, it was okay. I had like a lot of pancakes or waffles or something in the morning. I can't remember. Yeah, I think like we got like breakfast included one morning there. And that was like a weird, it was okay. The buffet was fine. I think I just had like waffles and stuff. It was okay. Yeah, that's, I don't want to get into that. Like, I don't have the time to get into that. I've been to Disney in California, like as a kid and as like a young teenager, and I had enjoyed that. Tokyo Disney's strange. The one thing I will say about Tokyo Disney is like you're walking around, you're like, oh wow, there's a line here. That looks like a pretty big line. I can't even see where it goes. And you walk and you follow the line. You're like, I wonder what this line's for. And then you realize that you just witnessed a like 25-minute long line for popcorn. And you're like, what? It's crazy. That was my problem with Tokyo Disney. Their obsession with popcorn. No, that's not the problem. That is a problem, I suppose. I think like the lines. There's just too many people. And the lines just go for so long. And the parks like... Well, we only did like one day in each park. And like, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I was sick, so it wasn't like the best thing. Was it worth it though? That's the question. I feel like 9 times out of 10 it's not worth the wait. I will complain about Disney Sea though, because that park is just like laid out in a very strange way. It's very like you can go from point A to point B. You know, like I feel like if you go to Disneyland in California, you have the castle in the middle, and like all the other lands kind of are around that. So like there's different paths for you to go. And like if you want to get from one place to another, you can kind of plan that around. But if you're trying to do stuff in Disney Sea, it's like, hey, you have the entrance down here, and if you want to go to the other side, it's like a straight line with 2 paths. I just don't think the layout's very time efficient. And it's also a very strange park. It does not feel like Disneyland at all. Maybe it's not supposed to, okay? But it's just it does not feel right. Also, I didn't see Goofy enough. And that alone is enough to dock it for points. Because Goofy's my guy. Also, I want to go play it again. I know, it was... I love Goofy. Goofy's great. I just love, like, silly... Yeah, that's also very strange, because, like, it's like an old movie that doesn't get much... I mean, there's some people that like it, I don't... The thing for me is that, like, I feel like Chip and Dale got more attention in the spotlight than Goofy in Tokyo Disney. And it's like, hello? What are you talking about? He's one of the core members. Chip and Dale are not. Where Goofy? Hello? I'm still bothered about that. Sorry, I'm getting a little... I'm actually bothered about that. I don't get that. Also, I can't blame Japanese people for adoring Donald. His voice actor. He shares a voice actor with a character from Yakuza, and he's a really cool character. So I think his voice actor, like the voice actor, he's great. So I can't argue with that one. I also think it's hilarious that like they share a voice actor, and that's always funny to me. But yeah, I guess sure, it's cute, it's marketable. Goofy's cool though. Gorge. But yes, everything has to be cute. Everything has to be a mascot. Mascots are cute. They are marketable. That's how things work. Without that, it's a lawless society. But yeah, I was bummed about the Goofy stuff. I was looking for cool Goofy merch, and I was like, hello, please. I would like this. Anyway, yeah, that part was like, eh. But yeah, the buffets are just weird. They're weird mix. They're just like, here's a bunch of random Japanese food, and here's just a bunch of, like, North American food. And it's like, fine, it's not amazing. Okay, that's hilarious. That's actually fun. That's peak. Great movie, by the way. Oh, that... Yeah, I'm sure, like, Brother Bear had, like, next to no recognition in Japan. That makes sense. That's so funny, though. Oh, man. It's quite the time. Yeah, like if I went back to Japan, which I am planning to do probably next year, that's the plan. That is the working plan. Working plan is for me to learn a little bit more Japanese and to go next year. That's the plan. And if I go back, I don't think Tokyo Disney would be up on my list of places to go. I would go to USJ again, so I could see Donkey Kong Country. And I had fun there, so like I would do that. Universal's kind of lame though, on its own. Honestly. I mean, maybe. That might be a discussion for later. I'm not in the planning stages yet. Like I said earlier, like legit, I like, for the 2 months before the trip, I was like doing so much stuff. Trying to like just figure out so many things. I was gonna say something. Shoot, what was I gonna say? Shoot, I totally lost it. I was saying that I'm planning to go again next year. And I wouldn't do Disney again, I'd do USJ. Oh, that's what. Ah, yeah. I think oh yeah, the one in Oh man, Character Street. That's in Character Street, right? Take me back. It was cool to look at this stuff there. Yeah, yeah, characters. That's the one. I wasn't overwhelmed there. I did okay. For the most part, I did okay, honestly. But yeah, there's a lot there for sure. Okay, we're getting close to the end of the stream here. Just a warning, because we're almost done buying, but I still have to deal with the store. And yeah, if you're under stress, that's totally different. I was on vacation. I was living life, okay? I had nothing to worry about except how do I navigate this train station and get the right train. Which was stressful to begin with, mind you. I think on the second day, I like tapped into the wrong area, and then it's like, shoot, I don't need to be here. And then I tried to tap out, and I was stuck. I was like, no, I have to go to the little office and talk to the attendant and tap my card to get out. I did okay after that. It was just that first one took a bit. But like now, I'm pretty decent at navigating them now, so I'm not as worried about that. Yeah, it's not that busy, but yeah, if there's a lot going on, that's fair. That was cool though. Like that stuff, I just love looking at all the merch. There's just so many cool things, and like we don't have enough cool stuff like that here. What I was gonna say about Universal. Universal, again, I mentioned I went to like the one in California like ages ago. I'm talking like probably like 15, 20 years ago. Somewhere in that time range is when I last went there, and it was kind of lame. But then like USJ's like maybe a little bit better, and like they have Pokemon stuff going on, which is like fine, I guess. And then they have like the Nintendo thing, but they had Horror Nights on while I was there, and oh man, it is hilarious watching Japanese girls get scared by the character actors at Horror Nights. It's so funny. I was amused to no end. It was so funny. It was great. I love horror stuff usually. Like I play horror games, they freak me out. Like at like theme parks or whatever, when they have like the haunted houses, everyone always like me go first, so I'm always used to it. So like I don't get spooked too much. So like it was just so fun to watch them get scared. They freak out so much. I think one time there was a cockroach on a street, and like there's a couple girls in front of me, and they freaked out too, and that was also pretty funny. I don't know if I really saw it. I think I saw them freak out, like there was something there. So like I think that's what it was, but I don't think I like actually really saw it. And yes, I did go to Skytree, and I did check out like that mall, and yeah, they got lots of cool merch there too. It's a lot of that. Just like, oh man, look at all this cute stuff. Look at all this cool stuff. I went to like the Rita Kuma store there because I really like Hiro Itori. He's so cute. I don't know why I love that little bird boy, but he's super cute. I'm a big fan. So I was like, yes, I gotta go to the Rita Kuma store so I can see Hiro Itori. He's like the little bird. Rita Kuma? Rita Kuma? Is that? I don't know. He's like the bear, but then there's the bird with the bear. I don't know why. He's just cute. It's just one of those things. Yeah, he has a name. It's Yellow Bird. It's quite the name. Like legit. It's just like, yeah. It's just Yellow Bird. Okay, so I have enough money to buy one more inventory, but that's like all the money that was here. So then this should be another 14 for this one. So that should be 14 for 28, and then 5, so for 33. So I guess we're like just under 5 mil. But yeah, like I was like just like, yeah, let's go to these like stores for these characters and try to find cool little things. Look at the Godzilla stores because Godzilla's cool, you know. I looked at a lot of Gatch while I was there too. I think Gatch can be pretty fun. I like just looking at it all, but then some of them I was like, oh, I gotta get this. I kind of wish there's like more cool gadgets I saw that I actually wanted, but like I did get some stuff, but I just wish there's more. There's just it's hard because there's so many things and they're always rotating, and I see them online. I was like, man, why couldn't that have been there? I would have gone for all of it, you know, like that kind of thing. That's all this is. I go once and that's just like, oh man. Sorry, let me read that message. I read past that. The most interesting thing USJ did at some point was a Resident Evil attraction where the zombie was fought with real. Yeah, okay, I did see that. I am also. Okay, I have the same rule about gacha. I appreciate that we agree on that. I only really went for it if I was like, you know what, I'm happy with any of these. And then I would maybe get one or two. There was a gyroid set. There's like a little gyroid excavation set. And I only got 2 of them, and I kind of wish I got more of them now. But like, you can put like all the like ground pieces together, and like they have like tools and construction hats. That was really cool. Yeah, Hanewa, obviously, but I was like, oh man, gyroids? This is so exciting. I did not see anything Animal Crossing Gatch. If that's a thing, don't tell me it was a thing, okay? I don't want to know. But yeah. But yes, they did have the universal, like, Resident Evil thing. But I did not do it. It was Biohazard, obviously. But yeah, they had, like, real life Leon Kennedy. Running around doing things. So that was cool. I mean, it's cool. They had like scare camps, kind of. There's like, they had a whole map, and like different sections would be different themes of like the scare actors. So like you'd have like people with chainsaws, or you'd have like the creepy doll section, or you'd have like the weird like, I don't really know, like tribesmen kind of. I don't know what the best descriptor is. I don't want to sound offensive, but I don't know how else to describe them off the top of my head right now. They had like a lot of that stuff, and that was fun. I enjoyed that. That was like cool. Just walking around, all that going on. But like, yeah, if they didn't have Horror Nights and they didn't have like Nintendo Land, like, I don't really care. It's not as exciting. Okay, wow, we're over the 2-hour mark. I've just been yapping away about Japan. I was like, I was there a year ago right now. That's crazy. I was having, like, I had that thought the other day, because, like, it was, like, 1 year, like, since the day that I left to go, and I was like, man. It was rough. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going back. I know, I don't know, but yeah, there's definitely things I want to do next time, and like I feel like the first trip, like I've learned a lot, so I think I'm better prepared for next time. Also, it's like the first major vacation that I ever planned. I want to highlight that. I have gone on vacation throughout my life. I've gone to different countries. I just have never planned it myself or been like, you know, in charge. So that was a big difference. But I think for like a first one, I think it went pretty well. I think planning-wise, like, things worked. I got to see a lot of stuff, and now that I really know what I want to do more of next time, I guess. I feel like I haven't seen this subdued print very often, but I don't think it's an item I need. No, it's not. I don't even remember. What are the 2 that I'm looking for right now? There's like a fall plaid. Fall plaid shirt and the noodle shirt. Those are the 2. You have no clue about your future, so Victor. Yeah, that's fair. I know, I feel bad being like, oh man, I can't wait to go to Japan again. Like, I know it's a little bit complicated for you. I don't want to be like, yeah, I can't wait to do this. It's so exciting. But I'm thinking about that. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying not to. But yeah, it's not everything's simple. so everything all the same. Yeah, it is my excitement. So we'll see how that goes. But I expect they'd probably go like maybe like sometime around the same time next year. Just because like summer's not it, and I feel like May could be busy depending on if like you go during like Golden Week or whatever. So I just feel like late next year is probably the best move. Even then, like when I was there last year, it was hot, kinda. For me at least, I'm like, I don't like heat, but like it was like 25 degrees until like 9 or 10 p.m. and it was so humid. Well, it was not. I don't know if it was so humid, but it was humid to a degree. I don't know. The heat there's weird. I guess it's not that humid at that time of year. I'm speaking incorrectly. It was like a dry heat. Like I wasn't sweating profusely all the time, but I was like constantly sweating from the heat. But again, it wasn't like a lot of sweat. It was just like there's just sweat. I just have to accept that sweat's there, but it's not a ridiculous amount of sweat. But that was like the first week, and then the second week it got cooler, and then the third week it was like raining. And I was like, man, what is going on here? The weather changed so much between those weeks. Oh, yeah, that is very unfortunate. I would also like to see northern Japan. I think that would be pretty cool. I think Hokkaido would be really nice to see. I think it'd be cool to go in the winter just for the snow. I mean, like, I experience snow here, and I like snow when it doesn't affect my life. That's the thing. Like, I like looking at snow. I think snow is pretty, but as soon as, like, I need to go somewhere and there's snow, it's like, great, my entire life is ruined. So, I don't know, maybe, like, snow in Japan and Hokkaido, as long as you can, like, get around places, it wouldn't be that bad and it would be cool to see. That's kind of my thinking. But yeah, I think north would be cool, and I would want to go, like, west, too. Like, we only went as, like, far as Osaka. There's a town in Yakuza, Onomichi. It's, like, I think it's a relatively small town that probably a lot of people wouldn't know about. I'd like to go there. It's just, like, a small port town. And that would be, like, pretty cool to see. I think it's, I can't remember exactly where it is. I think it's, like, west of there, but it's like before Hiroshima, I think. Yeah, that could be. Oh, like where they do the sculptures, like the snow sculptures, statue things. Is that place? Oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. I know the sculptures, because again, in one of the Yakuza games, you do play in, like, Hokkaido, and they have, like, the sculptures out. That's what I mean. See, the games teach me lots of things. They're very educational. Not really. They kind of are, but only if you, like, look for the right thing. I mean, yeah, I haven't looked too much about, like, up north. I just know it's something I'd like to see, but yeah, I haven't, like, looked into, like, where should you go up north? It's just like, I should go there. Also, I didn't get to Yokohama. I wanted to go to Yokohama, but I was sick, so that was planned at the end, and then I was sick, and I was like, man, I can't go to Yokohama now. Nagano is west. Ah, okay. Okay. Yokohama is also another location for Yakuza, by the way. And that's part of why I wanted to go there. Also, I feel like it would have been cool. Also, like, people make such a big deal about, like, you went there? Oh, okay, yeah, they have a big aquarium. Oh, man, okay. Yeah, that would be cool. People, like, make a big deal about, like, the the manhole covers in Japan, right? Because they're like cool and designed and they have like characters and stuff. And everyone's like, wow, look at all these cool Pokemon manhole covers. They're nowhere. They're all like super far out in the middle of nowhere. You're not gonna see them in the normal places. I was like, man, I'm not going this far out of my way to see a manhole cover of all things. I was very annoyed about that. But I was looking at Yokohama and they had a bunch there, and I was like, oh, that would have been cool because I could have got like, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. But then, nope. So maybe next time. I obviously saw some cooler manhole covers because like there's just some normal ones that look cool, but. And I know it's such a weird thing, like, wow, this manhole cover looks so cool. I gotta get a picture of it. They had one at the Nintendo Museum, at least. That one was nice. I think I got a picture with it. Yeah, it's so, like, yeah, like, you see some randomly, but, like, if you want to actually go out of your way to, like, see specific ones, it's like, oh, this is in the middle of nowhere. I'm not going there. But that's fine. It's just one of those things. Anyway, I'm almost done here. There's one thing I forgot to do, which I will fix in just a moment. But yeah, I've been yapping away for like 2 hours. I can feel it in my throat. I forgot. Yes, I forgot. I didn't buy candy yet. Also, like, I think I bought like 3 different 10 bells or 10 turnips. You did the being a streamer thing. Yeah, sometimes you're just talking and you like leave. I promise I'm a very good gamer. Sometimes I am a little forgetful. This is what buying turnips for 2 hours will do to any sane person. It will just erode away their mental facilities. What made me want to stream my progress? I don't know, I just thought it would be cool to be like, yeah, let me stream this. I started with New Horizons. I just had the idea when it came out. I was like, you know what? I should stream New Horizons. But I was from a different like thing. Because when I started streaming New Horizons, I was so excited to play a new Animal Crossing game. I just wanted to stream and share that excitement with the world. It wasn't like, I'm going to complete this. And then after I was playing for like a couple months, I was like, you know what? Let me 100% this game. And then as I went through that, I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's do it for this game too. So, it started with me just being like, you know what? I'm looking forward to this game. I'm going to share that excitement, stream it. And then it was like, oh, I'm streaming every day. I was streaming every day anyway. And then I was like, I'm streaming every day, trying with a purpose, you know? Also, yeah, here's my candy section. I don't know, this will not fit all the candy I'm gonna buy, but that's that part. Okay, I think I've done everything I need to do now. Correction, there's one more thing I can do. Okay, so Sahara was here yesterday. I gotta check to see who's showing up. Sorry. Valid crash out. Oh. Okay. Sorry, what date did he actually say? 21st. Yeah, that makes sense. No, I don't want Katrina. Not really. Hold on, let me just mark this off. Okay, so recently I got all this stuff from Wendell, and then Wendell showed up again, and I was like, oh, I don't need Wendell, great. And then Sahara showed up the next day, I was like, oh great, I don't need Sahara. Okay, and then Katrina showed up. Now Katrina could still be beneficial to me, it's just lately she's not been. Real quick, because I want to wrap up, Katrina has 5 fortunes. you have a 50% chance of getting no fortune, and then you can get another one, and then there's a 10% chance for each of those other fortunes. One of them makes it so you can get raffle items or red items more easily. So then if you get the furniture from the trees, right, the 2 furniture that's just in any tree each day, there'll be a red item or a raffle item. So in theory, I could get red or raffle items if Katrina shows up. So that would be cool. But lately, she's not been cooperative. She won't give me the fortune, and if she does, I usually get like 2 duplicate raffle items, and I was like, come on. So yeah, she could help. Right, like right now, I really just want like Gracie, I guess. That's it. What, Gulliver's here every week anyway, so that doesn't matter, and he's out like outside of that schedule, and he can overlap. And with Wendell and Sahara done, I really just need Gracie for like the 4 shirts. So yeah, I'm really just waiting for Gracie or Red. But Red, I'm gonna try to like do stuff with Sale Day, right? So Sale Day is like at the end of November, and he'll like set up shop infinitely if you keep buying him out. So I'm hoping to complete the rest of his items by then. I think as it stands, I need 24 items from Red. Yes, I need 24. If I could get that number to 20, yes. Apparently it's infinitely because it's Sale Day. I don't know. It's you buy him out, he'll shut up somewhere else, and then you can just keep doing that. So like I plan to spend like 3 to 5 mil just doing that for hours until I have all of his items. So we'll see how that goes. That'll be an interesting day, that's for sure. I'm going to spend hours doing the Harvest Festival the day before, and then get straight into that the next day. Anyway, yeah, it's been a good stream. It's been fun reminiscing, talking about things. I could still talk about it for ages, probably, but there's a lot going on, obviously. There's a lot of stuff to talk about with it, and it always spurs other conversations or thoughts. But that's true. There's always more Turnip Sundays until there isn't. We still have more than half of it to go. Again, I really hope that I can hit the halfway mark before December. I don't want to jinx it, but if I hit this week, that's like 35 million profit. 34 maybe? That's pretty good. That'll get us pretty close. Anyway, it's been nice chatting. I've had fun. It's been good. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. I think or day. I can just say day. But yes, I will see you around. And yeah, enjoy the evening. It's been fun. And yeah, it was a good turn up day. I made up for last week and being late today. So I'm out of here. See you around. Bye.